Welcome to the Mosquito League Education Program. This education program is part of the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District. Before we begin, I have a question to ask you. What do you think is the deadliest animal in the world? Could it be the lion, the snake, the hippo, the shark, or the crocodile? Let me show you. It is the mosquito. The mosquito is the deadliest animal in the world because it kills up to 1 million people worldwide. In today's agenda, we will be learning about different mosquito species in LA County, the life cycle of the mosquito, differences between male and female mosquitoes, how to reduce them, how to protect yourselves, and also activities. Let's begin with the Culex mosquito species. The Culex mosquito is native to California, which means it's always been here. The Culex mosquito likes to come out to bite at two different times of the day, early in the morning when the sun is rising, and late in the evenings when the sun is setting. Think of it when you're walking to school early in the mornings or when you're at baseball practice in the evenings. The Culex mosquito has its preference when it's hungry for blood. It prefers to bite birds. However, it will still bite humans and other animals, but birds are their preference. Now let's learn about the invasive Aedes mosquito species. The Aedes mosquito is an invasive species to California. It has not always been in California. It came from another part of the world, maybe a different country or a different state. The Aedes mosquito is known as the daytime biting mosquito because when the sun is out, the Aedes mosquito is out biting all day long. It's also a very aggressive biter. It bites through your leggings, through your socks. The Aedes mosquito loves human blood. It will bite other animals and birds, but the Aedes prefers humans. Now let's take a closer look at the mosquito under the microscope. Here we have two specimens of mosquitoes really close up under the microscope lens. What are some characteristics that you can see or differences between the two? I can see that they have a different antenna. The mosquito on the right side looks like it has a fuzzy, feathery antenna, while the other mosquito has a very simple antenna. Another difference that I can see is their size. The mosquito on the left is much bigger. It has a bigger thorax and a bigger abdomen. The main difference between these two mosquitoes is that one is a male and the other is a female. The female mosquito is much larger than the male mosquito. Another fun fact is that only female mosquitoes bite us to drink our blood. They bite us because they need our blood for protein to lay mosquito eggs. Now let's learn about the mosquito mouth part. The mouth part of the mosquito is called the proboscis. The proboscis is made up of 6 mouth parts, like pictured here on the screen with the different colors. Each color represents a pair of the mouth part because it has a different role and responsibility when taking a blood meal. The outer blue cuts into the skin like a saw. The yellow holds the skin open. The green applies the mosquito saliva to numb our skin so we don't feel the mosquito bite. The red pierces through and sucks our blood out. All of the 6 mouth parts work together to drink our blood. You know how we don't feel a mosquito bite? Instead, we just get an annoying itchy bump. We get the itchy bump not from the mosquito bite. Instead, we get it from the mosquito saliva. It is our body's allergic reaction to the mosquito saliva. Now that we know that mosquitoes can bite us, what can we do to prevent mosquito bites? First, you want to start off by applying insect repellent before going outdoors to any exposed skin. Exposed skin means any area of your body that is not covered by any clothing, such as your hands, your arms, your legs, and don't forget your toes when you're wearing chanclas. What about your face? You want to always ask a parent or a guardian to apply insect repellent on their hands and carefully apply it to your face. Another important tip is to wear loose-fitted long-sleeve shirts and pants. The Aedes mosquito is very aggressive and can bite through leggings, skinny jeans, and yoga pants. Mosquitoes are also attracted to carbon dioxide. Everyone, breathe in, breathe out. What did we breathe out? Carbon dioxide. When you're outside running around playing with your friends and there's mosquitoes around, the mosquito can smell your carbon dioxide and your body odor, come after you, find you, and bite you. Mosquitoes are active all year long, especially during the spring, summer, and fall. The reason for that is because they thrive in a warm environment. During the winter season and months, they usually hibernate in the underground storm drain systems. There are over 3,500 species of mosquitoes worldwide, but they all have one thing in common. They all need stagnant water to grow. What is stagnant water? Yucky water that sits still and does not move. Question: would a river be considered stagnant water? No, because it has moving water. Now, would a puddle of water sitting in your backyard be considered stagnant water? Yes, that is correct. Now we will be learning about the mosquito life cycle. There are 4 stages to the mosquito life cycle, beginning with stage 1, the egg, stage 2, mosquito larva, stage 3, the pupa stage, and stage 4, the adult mosquito. The entire mosquito life cycle takes 5 to 7 days to complete. Let's take a deeper dive into each stage of the mosquito life cycle, beginning with the egg stage. The native Culex mosquito lays its eggs in the form of an egg raft. They stick together and float above water, similar to a boat floating in water. The invasive Aedes species lays its eggs individually around the inside walls of containers or items that can be found in your backyard. The female mosquito can lay up to 300 eggs at a time. Eggs need water to hatch. Then comes stage 2, mosquito larvae. After the eggs hatch, they become mosquito larvae, where they continue to live in water. Mosquito larvae are also known as wigglers because of the way that they move and swim in the water. In this stage, they are eating. Any idea what they're eating? They're actually eating microorganisms, bacteria, and algae, all the yucky stuff from the water. They're also breathing in the water. They have something called the siphon at the end of their bodies, which is used like a snorkel. The mosquito larvae swim up to the surface of the water and gasp for air. Now moving on to the 3rd stage, the pupa stage. Pupa are also known as tumblers because of the way that they tumble in the water. This stage is known as the cocoon stage of the mosquito. This is where the adult mosquito begins to form inside of the pupa. Let's take a closer look at this pupa on the screen. If we look closely, we can see that it's developed its wings, compound eyes, and body. This adult mosquito is just about ready to emerge out of that pupa. Now, if we look at the mosquito on the right side, it still has a couple of more days left to develop. After the mosquito completes its life cycle, it emerges out as the flying adult that we know. Now that we know that mosquitoes need stagnant water to grow, it is important to tip and toss. Tip out any standing water, especially after a rainfall, and toss out any unneeded containers sitting around your backyard. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the minimum amount of water mosquitoes need to grow? Let me show you. They only need a teaspoon of water, which is the equivalent of a bottle cap of water. This is your friendly reminder to tip and toss. Well, that concludes our video for today. We hope you learned a lot and that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that follow button at Mosquito League